Howdy do, Rangeroos, and welcome to another episode of Building Stuff with Bach, where we are going to be finishing up our pegboard toy by putting this mallet in right here, so you can be like, the whole thing's moving. So you can be like, order in the court, bang, 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 bang. And then we are going to do what's called tweak the components so you can make an animation. Now, it's not going to be animation like Toy Story or anything like that, because this is just an engineering program and we're all in high school and whatnot, but an animation that would show how all this stuff goes together. So let's go ahead and go for it. Let me delete this out of here so that I can show you how to do this. And last video we left off, you have the pegboard assembled, you have the pegs constrained so they all go in and out. And if you grab it and shake it like a Polaroid picture, it doesn't come on apart. So let's go ahead and place our mallet head. Oops, hang on. There you go. If that happens, it's just this drop-down menu. Come on. There you go. Component. There we go. Okay, so place. We've got our mallet head. So I put the mallet head on in there, and then okay. Place the mallet handle, just like that. Now remember, you want to right click and free rotate so you can sort of get it the way that you want it and so you can actually see things. Right click, free rotate. Okay, so that's pretty much the way that it's going to go in. Now we want to constrain. I'm going to click on mate and see how that arrow goes through. Click on. See how the arrow goes through right there? Click on. Now you'll see that it changes to a different shape right here. Let's watch this again. Okay, so constrain. It's clicked on mate. We've got this cool arrow. We've got the arrow coming out at us that way. Make sure it's not like that button right there. Make sure you can see the green line and the green arrow, and you click it. Now, depending on what I do, I can, hang on, that's what I want to show you. Okay, constrain one more, arrow, this. Now, if you just stick with this right here, like we did on the cylinder here, let me show that. Okay, so I clicked apply. Now, if I do that, it's not right. It'll go in, and you'll go, what the heck's wrong with that? We want to do a different thing. Let me pull that out. Constrain, mate. Okay, I got the arrow, got that, but you are going to click this right here where it says insert. Constrain, insert, arrow, arrow. Everybody got that? Okay, so don't be lazy when you do this, because you're going to want to go constrain this. You're going to be like, yeah, I did it, awesome. But then when you try to move it, it's going to come apart. So again, constrain, insert, right there. Now, depending on which one you click, one will be right, one will be wrong. So that is the right one, and click apply. So make sure you use the right constraint on that. And now I am going to free rotate, and you're going to go, wait a second, it came apart. But the moment I click on it, it's right back there. Okay, so that is constrained. I can shake it. I use the insert rather than just the mate, and that is good. Now, it's time to save it. So File, Save As, save it as the pegboard assembly. And we are going to do our final animation or presentation. So once you have this done and it looks all beautiful and when you shake everything, it doesn't come apart. You are going to go to File, New, and Presentation. Now, presentation is going to allow us to make our animation that we want to do. So again, if you weren't paying attention, let me get rid of this so you can all see again. File, New, Presentation. We have to find our model, which for me, GTT models, and we find our pegboard assembly right here. It should be saved on your desktop if that's what you're doing. Okay, and this is our assembly right here. Now, I don't want that, so I'm going to X on out, and I've got our screen right here. Now, it looks sort of like a movie screen if you've ever done any of that, so we're going to have a little bit of fun. There's something called Tweak Components, and if you didn't see me, I hit it right there, Tweak Components up top. Now, with Tweak Components, if I click on something, this arrow comes up, or these XYZ coordinates, and what I can do is click and drag, and you can see that it comes apart. So I can click and drag this way, and I can click and drag that way, and I can basically disassemble this entire thing right here. And I can do multiple tweaks, so I can unclick and have things go just about in any direction. Now, I know you're thinking, this is crazy. What the heck's happening? I'm frightened. Okay. Let me get this last triangle out of there. Okay, ready? Now check this out. I can go ahead and click play. And you can see all the paths and everything that I just set out is actually playing. And I can also play it in, I can play it in reverse, so everything would go together. So I can go ahead and tweak these things however the heck that I want. I can drag these and make any sort of path to make some sort of cool animation right here. So let me show everybody again, in case you weren't paying attention. I don't want to save the changes because I'm going to show you again. File, New, Presentation. Find my model. Make sure that it's saved on your desktop, and you should have Pegboard Assembly. And then you are going to be able to tweak your components and give it some sort of cool pathway. Okay, so I can go ahead and make these come apart however I want. And I can say duration, how quick do I want this to go? So I can change this to 1.5 seconds. Up to you. Click it, and then I can have it come apart like this. See, it goes a little bit faster that way. So you can play with tweaking your components. You can play with having it go forward. You can play with it having it go backwards. You can fast forward. You can rewind. You can do all sorts of fun stuff with it. When you are done and you're satisfied with your tweaking of components, you're going to click Video to publish video. And it's going to ask, how you want to do this and where you want to store it. So we want to do our current storyboard, and it takes 16.5 seconds. You can reverse it if you want. You can play with all these. File name, I'm going to call this Pegboard Toy Animation. And where do I want to save it? I want to save it on my desktop. Okay, so it's going to save it as a WAV format, so it'll be a video. So again, current storyboard, I'm going to call it Pegboard Toy Animation. I'm saving it on my desktop just like everything else. Then click OK. It's going to publish the video. Takes just a second. There we go. And if I minimize this, I should be able to find, there it is, my Pegboard toy animation. So I can click on this, and there we have it. There is a video of our pieces coming together and going apart and all that jazz. So that is the last thing that you have to do. You are going to turn in this animation, okay, so on Google Classroom, you're turning in your animation file, and you are also going to turn in a screenshot of your finished board with everything in that. So I know this one is kind of a longer video, but there's a lot of information in there, so stop this video, rewind, and replay as many times as you need in order to get the assignment.